I don't know who needs to hear this, but you are not celibate, okay? It is okay, perfectly normal to want love and marriage. Nowadays, if people say that they want to get married or marriage is very high on the priority of the list of things they want, people usually respond saying things like, well, it shouldn't be, you should focus more on your career, your money, school, whatever it is, and maybe, just maybe, if marriage comes up or if you happen to get married, fine. Well, I disagree. Another funny thing I've noticed is when people say they are not sure they should get married because they think they might be celibate or that celibacy is for them. And here's the thing, if you've ever struggled with sexual sin, I'm talking fornication, pornography, masturbation, and the rest, celibacy is not for you. It's not. It's really, really not. If you have the desire to get married, God put it there. Yes, I said it. God put it there. God made marriage. The first humans in the Bible, they were married, and marriage comes with a lot of benefits as well as sacrifices. Another little pet peeve of mine is when people say, just keep working on yourself, right? Forget about marriage. You can always get married whenever, wherever, right? But you should never stop working on yourself. And it just makes me wonder, do you think that after marriage a person stops working on themselves? You never stop working on yourself. There is always something to improve on, trust me. And I'm not saying that unless you're married, you're not really living life or you're not really doing what you should do. No, you can fulfill God's plan for your life, either as a single person or as a married person. But when Valentine's Day comes around, or it's time for Christmas and you see all these cute couple pictures, his and hers and the rest, and you feel this ache, this yearning for that same thing, it is normal, it is healthy, it is fine. 1 Corinthians 7:8-9. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I, but if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. It's in the Bible. It's better to marry than to burn. So I know some people will say that you shouldn't get married just because you want to have sex. And I agree. In fact, sex is not the primary reason to get married, right? But it is one of the reasons that we get married. I mean, God made sex, and according to the Bible, the only way that you can correctly fulfill your sexual desire is in marriage. Every other way is sinful. If you're healthy, you have sexual desire. These things are normal, right? And to be honest, yeah, these sexual desires, they're not going away. Maybe when you get older or elderly, the desire might reduce or something, but in your youth, in your younger years, even as a middle-aged person, you still have a reasonable level of sexual desire. It's not going anywhere, and God is the one that put those desires into you. And when I think about Paul in the Bible, he never married. He was sold out to God. He was sold out to the gospel, right? And that's very wonderful. And if you see yourself going in that route, then that's great. You can fulfill God's plan for your life, whether you're single or you're married. So where you're pleasing God and you're abstaining from sexual sin, I honestly think it is okay. And yes, while I believe marriage is a good and beautiful thing from God, we have to be careful not to let anything in life become an idol, because even the things that God gives us, if we are not careful, we can allow them to take the place of God in our hearts, and that's when it becomes idolatry. We need to be careful of that. We need to run away from that. It's very, very important. Right, so if you're currently single and you're trusting God for marital settlement, I just want to encourage you. All right, sometimes it can be frustrating, sometimes it can be annoying, sometimes it feels like, oh, like, Lord, when will it happen? But I just encourage you to continue to trust God and maximize the season you're currently in. Wanting to get married, having desire, looking forward, like being excited to get married is normal. It's okay. Like if somebody is telling you oh, why do you look forward to it so much? Why are you rushing? Right? And I'm not saying some people are not in a rush. Some people are definitely in a rush and they need to take time. They need to take time to know the person they're with. They need to take time in prayer. Those things are very important. But if someone is telling you, oh, marriage shouldn't be all that, you're rushing, take your time, but you really have a desire to get married, it is okay, it's normal. Just take it to God and allow the Holy Spirit to guide you. Because even though you want to get married and you want to be maritally settled, God knows the best. God sees the future. God knows the end from the beginning, and the best thing you can do is to just follow His leading. Some people have gotten married and their marriages are shaky, their marriages are rocky, they end up getting divorced, they end up getting separated, and that's not God's will. God hates divorce, right? You shouldn't like rush in so that you won't rush out. But at the same time, these desires are normal. Just submit it in the hands of the Father and let the Holy Spirit guide you, like I've said. Thank you for watching. I hope you're encouraged by this. Goodbye and have a nice day.